Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I recently traveled to both Hong Kong and Macau, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about getting to Hong Kong, the immigration process, how to get your SIM card, travel currency, and also how to get from the airport to your hotel in the most easiest and simplest way. So watch out for this video, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section. So my journey to Hong Kong began from Mumbai Terminal 2. I did not have a direct flight to Hong Kong, and it was a connecting flight via Indigo. So first I had to fly to Delhi, and from Delhi I then had to take another flight, early morning flight to Hong Kong. So from Terminal 2 in Mumbai we landed in Terminal 2 in Delhi, and then from Terminal 2 in Delhi I had to then move to Terminal 3, which is the international terminal of Delhi. Now going from Terminal 2 to Terminal 3 to Delhi is pretty simple. There are shuttle buses, but the easiest way is you can just go walking if you have a lot of time. It takes around 20 minutes, and just follow the signs when you exit the Terminal 2 in Delhi airport. Terminal 1 from Delhi is very far from T2 and T3, so better plan accordingly. So it's 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm at Encom Lodge in New Delhi. Our flight is around 5:20 a.m. in the morning, and there's still time. Let's see if I can take a nap. Now, I must admit that I was a little bit nervous heading towards immigration, and that's mainly because I seen a few YouTube videos that spoke about very bad experiences at Hong Kong immigration. But for me personally, it was very, very smooth. All you need is your pre-arrival registration form. That is just a piece of paper. Ensure it's exactly same as your passport, all the details in it. Along with that, when you land, you need to fill this arrivals form. Once it's ready, take your passport, the PAR form, and this arrivals form and head over to the immigration counter. All they asked me was the name of my hotel and if I was traveling alone or along with someone. That's it. It takes 2 minutes. They check the details whether it matches, they fill in the form, and they give you a small slip. Just ensure that you keep the slip with you safely for the entire duration of your trip, as they may ask you when you're exiting Hong Kong to Macau or while leaving back to your country. Finally, with immigration done, the next step was to collect our baggages. The baggage counter was really slow, and we literally had 2 or 3 different flights ka baggage all coming mixed up with along with ours. So we finally managed to get our bags. Our bags was literally the last one that came out from the baggage. And now next is exchange some foreign currency and then get a SIM card. So now that we got our bags, we'll head to the exit. So as soon as you come out, on the left hand side is a currency exchange. There are many currency exchanges in the airport. I was in a hurry, so I just exchanged $60 immediately. Now you also get something called an Octopus Card. It's basically a card that can be used on all public transport in Hong Kong. I had already done a pre-booking of the Octopus Card from a website called Pilago, but there are many other websites out there that can also give you this card at a much discounted rate. On a side note, I was actually surprised to see that some places in Hong Kong even accept Indian currency for exchange. But yeah, the value is almost nothing. So after exchanging the money, next we head to counter A13. That is right there. That is to collect the Octopus Card. So yeah, we've collected our Octopus Card. So this was done from the OBS A13 counter. I booked it on Pilago, but you can also get the same thing on Klook or Get My Guide. So next currency conversion of $60 is done, $61 actually, and Octopus is done. Now next is a SIM card. So this is the Airport Express. You can go by this also. It's takes around 24 minutes to reach, but the hotel that we are staying in is a bit far from the last station. So although it reaches in 24 minutes, if we take the Airport Express, it's actually going to be very like we'll have to change our transportation. So next, before that, let's take the SIM card. Now I needed to find a SIM card that works both in Hong Kong and Macau, and I had watched a few YouTube videos online and I had come across this store called 1010 or probably 1010. So they had two plans. The first one was for 88 Hong Kong dollars, 10 days and 12 GB. The other one was 98 Hong Kong dollars, valid for 30 days and 32 GB. Now you can also take a SIM card from 7-Eleven. The reason I took from 1010 is because they set it up completely for you. They do the registration and you don't have to do absolutely anything. Everything is done by them and you can start using it immediately. So with the SIM, currency and Octopus Card done, I'm now heading out of the airport. Depending on where you stay, you can either go by the Airport Express, which is a super fast train, or you can take the public transport, which is the MTR, the bus, or if you're rich enough, then do take a taxi. In my case, the place where I was staying is an area called Wanchai, and the easiest way to get to Wanchai was via the bus. Now here is where I suggest you to download an app called City Mapper. I've used City Mapper previously during my trips to London, and I found out that even Hong Kong is listed on the app. City Mapper is the best app ever if it has a particular city listed on it, because it tells you everything. It gives you the easiest mode of transport. It tells you exactly how much it's going to cost to get from one place to the other. Now, considering my hotel was in Hong Kong Island, Airport Express would have costed me $125, whereas the same journey in a bus would cost me just $41. And not only that, the bus literally stops near my hotel, whereas the Airport Express I had to do multiple changes. I had to get to a place called Wan Chai, which is in Hong Kong Island, and for that I had to take bus number A11. Now these buses are airport buses, so they actually have an entire luggage rack on the lower floor. So although we kept our luggage down, we went on the top. You can see that they actually have a camera where you can keep a check on your luggage. So don't worry about your luggage. Go on top. If you're lucky, you'll get the front two seats as well. So that's all you needed to know about our trip. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section. Now, just to make it clear, there are multiple websites that offer the Octopus card. You can go for any website of your choice. You also get these Octopus cards at the MTR station, which is their basically underground railway station. There are multiple currency exchanges available at the airport. Go for the one that gives you the best exchange rate. The same thing with SIM cards. There are multiple SIM card options available in the airport. The one that I have shown was the most fastest and feasible for me. The reason I did all this is because I needed to get out of the airport as soon as possible. Considering my flight landed at 1:30, I got the baggage itself around 2:30, getting done with immigration, and by the time I left the airport was almost 3:30. So that's all for my first episode of the Hong Kong trip, where I've covered SIM, I've covered the travel exchange, I've covered immigration, and how is the easiest method to get from the airport to your hotel. Use the City Mapper app. It's much better than Google. It will take some time to get a hang of it, but you will realize how good it is when it actually gives you the value and the amount it is going to take to reach you to your nearest place or destination. So that's it for this video. Stay tuned for the next one, where I show you how I spend the day in Hong Kong. That's the hotel that I'm currently residing at. It's Novotel Hong Kong Century. If you want to see the room tour, I've uploaded a separate video. Thank you and goodbye.